Last month, he threw a perfect game. Now, Philip Humber and the White Sox try to open up the series against their crosstown rivals with a win. Today at 1:30 East, WGN America.
Cubs, Sox, the BP Crosstown Cup begins.
And a beautiful sun-kissed afternoon at historic Wrigley Field. The Cubs and White Sox meeting for the 85th time. The White Sox lead this series 45-39 as they hook up on the north side of Chicago this afternoon. What a gorgeous setting. The Cubs and White Sox, I mentioned 85 times now. And it'll be Phil Humber for the White Sox today against Jeff Samardzija for the Cubs. Good pitching matchup. Of course, Humber, the author of a perfect game in Seattle earlier. Samardzija having a great year for the Chicago Cubs. And there is no paucity of news today because word began to circulate this morning that Kerry Wood may retire. Nothing official yet. In fact, Wood will be available today in the bullpen. We'll have more on that later on from Len Casper and Bob Brenly as we check in on the Kerry Wood situation. All right. Last night, Cubs and Phillies. Let's check the action out from both teams yesterday and last night. First of all, the Cubs and Phillies, and this was not a good one for the Cubs in the fifth inning. Carlos Ruiz, who has been red hot, a base hit to right field in the fifth. This scores Hunter Pence. Phillies led 5-1. Chris Volson long gone by then. Cubs made a comeback though. Starlin Castro unloads for a home run to make it 5-2. And for Starlin, that was his second homer of the year, and the Cubs were on their way back. But then roof caved in again in the eighth inning for the Cub pitching. His key runs here. Blake Parker making his major league debut. Almost gets escapes out of a two-out jam, but a wild toss to first goes down the line. Two-run score, and the Phillies took a 7-2 lead. And also in the eighth inning, a big hit by Ruiz. Again, he had 4 hits in the game. A double to make it 8-2. Was pat at the time, but I'd say it was a huge run as it turned out for the Phillies because the Cubs kept coming and coming. Wellington Castillo sends one deep and gone, his first of the year. Soto out with a knee injury, so it's 8-3 at that point. Then in the ninth inning, a more Cub comeback. Castillo again, base jam this time, rips one down the line in the corner, and 3 runs will score as Campana, Baker, and Stewart all come across the plate. It was 8-6, and that brought on Jonathan Papelbon, the closer for the Phillies, and he gives a base hit here to Darwin Barney, and the Cubs are down by just a run, 8-7 at this point. Looked pretty good, but Reed Johnson with 2 outs, ground ball to Ty Wigginton, and he makes the out at first base, and that was it. And the Cubs go down by a score of 8-7 in that ball game to the Phillies, who swept the series. Volstead 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs. He walked 3. He has now gone 19 outings without a victory in Major League Baseball. All right, the White Sox, meantime, in Anaheim, off to a good start. Adam Dunn with a base hit in the 4th inning. This scores 2 runs. White Sox on the board with a 3-0 lead in that game against C.J. Wilson. Then later on in the inning, Paul Konerko pops it up. Howie Kendrick does not use his sunglasses, stayed on his hat, and it drops. Run scores 4-0 White Sox behind Chris Sale, who was going pretty well until he faced Albert Pujols, and Pujols trips a shot that is gone. His third of the year to make it 4-1. Deep center field for Albert. But the Sox hung in there and came back themselves. In the 8th, Diane Viciedo gets a hanger, and he just drills it down the line. His second in 2 games in Anaheim, and the White Sox had a 5-1 lead going for the split in that series. In the 9th, more pad, A.J. Pierzynski with a base hit, and Eduardo Escobar scores, and the White Sox on their way to a 6-1 win in Anaheim in a split of the series. Sale going 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits and 1 run as he gets back in the rotation. Sox pound out 13 hits in that ball game. Okay, I mentioned Kerry Wood. I mentioned reports began to circulate this morning about his retirement. Let's go up to the broadcast booth now, and Len and Bob are up there. And gentlemen, what do you know about the situation, and what can you report?
Well, Rich, it sounds like Kerry is going to make one more appearance. It may be today, it may be tomorrow. It's going to be based on the game situation, and then after that, it appears as though he will announce his retirement. And Bob, you know, Kerry just has not been vintage Kerry Wood this year. He's had some shoulder issues, and unfortunately, you get to a time when you feel like you can't do what you used to do, and apparently Kerry is at that point.
Yeah, the thing that's really surprising about it, Len, is his velocity has been tremendous. He's been throwing 94, 95 with his 4-seam fastball. We've seen flashes of the brilliant breaking pitch that he's used in the past, but for whatever reason, he just doesn't feel like he's where he needs to be to help this ball club. Remember, he had very little, if any, spring training. His arm strength probably wasn't where it should be. He's obviously had some issues with that shoulder, and just doesn't feel like it's justified in taking up the roster spot right now.
In terms of this series, the Cubs gave up a bunch of runs against the Phillies. There was a stretch when the Cubs had the best ERA in all of baseball, but the last week or so, we've seen some leakage.
Yeah, and I think, to go back to the Kerry Wood situation, it's about location. The pitchers are all throwing the ball extremely well. Their stuff is very good. They just seem to make mistakes at the most inopportune times. The bullpen has really struggled to come in and slam the door on the opposition. Going to really have to tighten that up the rest of the way.
Well, Rich, the White Sox have had a lot of success here at Wrigley Field lately. We'll talk more about that on the leadoff man as the Cubs try to end a 3-game losing streak. Back to you.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Much more coming up the pregame show. Paul Sullivan standing by there from the managers of the ball clubs right after a break here on WGN.
Showdown in the City is brought to you by Ford, manufacturers of more fuel-efficient vehicles than any other brand. Check them out at your local Ford store or online at localfordstores.com. Smooth Busch Beer and easy drinking Busch Light. Pepsi Max. Visit MLB.com/Pepsi Max for your chance to play ball against some of the greatest baseball legends of all time. The games begin at MLB.com/Pepsi Max. The Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible. And by Culver's, home of the Butterburger and fresh frozen custard.
WGN America presents Miss Congeniality.
Well, that must have worked. But she's up and at it.
Miss Congeniality, Sunday at 10 East, 7 West. Brought to you by L'Oreal Paris, celebrating 40 years of Because You're Worth It. WGN America presents The Rookie.
We start winning, you try out again.
The Rookie, Sunday at 12 East, 9 West. Brought to you by New Ensure Clear. Clearly different, refreshing nutrition in charge.
Have you or a loved one taken the blood thinner Pradaxa? Did you then suffer a serious hemorrhage requiring medical treatment? Did a loved one die after bleeding out? Then we want to talk to you now. Pradaxa has been linked to serious problems like uncontrolled bleeding, internal hemorrhage, and even death. If you've been seriously injured by Pradaxa, or if a loved one has died because of its side effects, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call now to find out more.
The blood thinner Pradaxa may cause serious internal bleeding. The FDA is evaluating reports of serious bleeding events in patients taking Pradaxa. The manufacturer of Pradaxa linked at least 260 deaths to Pradaxa use since 2010. If you or a loved one took Pradaxa and suffered from gastrointestinal bleeding, cerebral hemorrhaging, or death, you may be eligible to receive compensation. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG to discuss your rights with an attorney. Call now for a free consultation. 1-800-BAD-DRUG.
The fastest selling cane on national television is the cane that stands alone. The Hurricane.
I love it. When I go shopping, I can let it balance while I get stuff off the shelf. When I reach down, my cane is right there where I left it.
The Hurricane is the all-terrain cane. Sand, gravel, snow. The Hurricane keeps you on the go.
It gives me more stability.
The Hurricane goes everywhere you go. And when you need it, it's out in seconds. And the proprietary pivot head gives you more stability at any angle.
A lot of people stop and ask, oh my gosh, where do you get a cane like that?
Right now on national TV, we're offering our best deal ever. Get the full Hurricane standalone package for a historic price. Just go to www.thehurricane.com and enter the promo code to unlock our best value. www.thehurricane.com.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? To that same old place
Who can forget that one? Michael Barrett and A.J. Przinsky. Still can't believe that Michael took that shot. I covered that game. It was a wild, wild day in this series. Okay, game one of this series this afternoon, Umber against Samardzija. Let's check in with the managers of both ball clubs. First of all, Dale Swaim, his take on this game, his first game in this series against the Chicago White Sox.
I think, yeah, you always do. Whenever it's, you don't want to say it's different than any other game, but they are. That's just the way it is. Like I said yesterday, I was part of a couple of years, part of the Red Sox-Yankees series, and it's different. It's just the way it is. Everything's more magnified. The fans are into it. They're going to stay longer. They're going to, it's a weekend, so it's, the players, it's just, it's a whole different atmosphere than any other game. It's like I said, it's like being in the playoffs, but you're not.
Does it matter to the players until the game starts? I mean, it's just...
No, I know. When you play in these series, it's, as a player, it's different, It's, to me, it's like, kind of feel like it's Christmas morning. You can't wait till, that morning comes, and I think you get up earlier and you get, it's different. It's not just any other game.
Had you been told by anyone that this one, at least between the fans, might be more venomous than New York, Boston, or do you think that's where it starts in New York, Boston, as far as?
Well, I'm going to have to witness it. That's that's all I know, and it's about as intense as anything I've ever been around. But like I said, I have to witness it, but you can see, what's going to happen. You can, kind of tell. It's just the way it is. There's certain rivalries in sports that outmatch anything else, and those are probably the two, in baseball that are the biggest. There's no question about it.
I've played here a few times. I was in the National League, so it's a good atmosphere. Amenities aren't much, but once you're playing, everything's great.
Nice to get that win at the end of the series, coming here with victory.
Yeah, it's a weird trip, just going out with two games, but they're a good team, especially with Wilson going yesterday. It's a good win.
Is it tough for you? You see it as swinging the bat.
Yeah. That's one of the things that changes. You're set as an American League lineup to have a DH and have guys in there, and he kind of turns the corner and swings the bat fairly well, and take him out. But we now have a pretty good pinch hitter.
Given your recollections of Kerry Wood, and you played against him probably in the National League.
Yeah, no, I think with everything going on now about Strasburg, before him there was Kerry Wood, and he was as good as when he came up, he was as good as there ever was. Threw hard, great curveball, competitor, professional. So, it's always sad, I think, when you see a guy like him kind of make that choice that this is it.
How tough is that at the end? Every very outstanding player like yourself had to go through, I'm not good enough to play anymore.
Yeah, it's tough. Everybody gets to that point, and it's not always easy. Everybody that plays the game wishes they could play longer, and that's the toughest thing, is to make that choice and finally get to that point.
What do you remember about facing him at the plate?
I didn't like it. It didn't work out well for me. Didn't turn out well.
And again, there are reports today Kerry Wood will retire after the game, but he will be available during the game against the White Sox today. As we go to a break, let's check back to 07 and Soriano, the big weekend on the South Side.
Have you or a loved one taken the blood thinner Pradaxa? Did you then suffer a serious hemorrhage requiring medical treatment? Did a loved one die after bleeding out? Then we want to talk to you now. Pradaxa has been linked to serious problems like uncontrolled bleeding, internal hemorrhage, and even death. If you've been seriously injured by Pradaxa, or if a loved one has died because of its side effects, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call now to find out more.
An urgent message from the Balkan and Icebrook Yaz NuvaRing hotline.
Yaz birth control pills and the NuvaRing device are being investigated for links to dangerous side effects. If you or a loved one suffered blood clots, heart attack, stroke, or other serious side effects while using one of these birth control products, you may be entitled to a large cash award. Call 1-800-RESULTS today.
You're entitled to answers. You deserve results. Call 1-800-RESULTS. That's 1-800-RESULTS.
With so many choices from Nutrisystem, there's a perfect program just for you.
Nutrisystem Success. With our largest selection of new plans and new low pricing, you can save up to 40%. That's a savings of over $200.
I'm Marie Osmond, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
You'll get 4 fantastic meals a day. Meals based on the proven science of the glycemic index to help keep you feeling fuller longer.
It's quick, it's easy. Just eat your favorite foods and lose the weight.
I'm Cora. I lost 42 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Now you can lose 2 pounds a week for as little as $2 a meal.
With Nutrisystem, it's pretty much one step. Eat, lose weight.
With new plans and new low pricing, you can save up to 40%. That's a savings of over $200. Try it risk-free for 14 days, and if you don't love it, return it for a full refund. Now you really have nothing to lose but the weight. Call 877-379-SIZE to get started.
The verdict is in, America. There's a lot of mother lovers out there.
No.
Yes. You've tweeted.
I like you.
You've posted.
They love me.
And you've watched HIMYM on WGNA.
That's just awesome.
With fans this amazing, we'd just like to say...
Thank you!
Watch How I Met Your Mother and meet at McLaren's to join the legendary conversation.
In the year of 1951. Man, I moved to Chicago in the year of 1951. Yeah, you know, Money Waters told me. He said, son, you better get a girl. Yes, my first man was down.
And the Grand Slams in this series dating back to 1997. The White Sox, by the way, took last year's series 4 games to 2. Now, the White Sox had a series in Anaheim. They flew back out to the West Coast for just 2 games and a day game yesterday. Got in here pretty late at night, so they're on short sleep. So I stopped by the White Sox locker room and talked to Gordon Beckham about today's game and about that lack of sleep.
Waking up this morning was a little rough. I mean, we got in, at a decent hour. Got in about 11:30, but definitely a day game, and then another day game. Flying across country is tough. But waking up this morning was tough. But everybody's up now.
So. Get a chance to sleep on the plane a little bit?
Yeah, I wish I could. I unfortunately can't sleep on planes, so I had to wait till I got home. And but yeah, we're excited to be here for sure.
At least you're sleeping on a victory, though. Nice win yesterday. Split that series. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was good. We came out and a lot of the guys swung the bats well, and we played good defense, and we're able to get a really good start from Sale. So that's important, especially to go out there and split against a really good team. I mean, their record doesn't show it, but they're a really good team. They're starting to get hot, so it was good to go out there and split. And short trip, but definitely good to go split and then come back to Chicago.
Well, the bats seem to be coming around. Everybody in the lineup picking up a little bit. How would you assess things right now?
I think it's good. I think there's a lot of positive things that people are doing, so we just got to keep doing the work and making sure that we come to the park ready to get it on. I mean, that's kind of it. And but everybody's doing a good job of working as hard as they can and hoping that that's going to come through in the game.
Okay, let's talk about this series now. Always, God, the fans love this thing. Players, I don't know how they take it, but the fans sure love it.
Well, I think we're a little more subdued than we normally would be because of the travel, but it's definitely fun for the fans and it's fun for us. But I mean, because it's just, at least we're in the city, playing an away game in our own city. So There's always a little extra that's in the air because it is, Cubs, White Sox, and it's fun. It's fun to play in, and we'll definitely enjoy it.
But this ballpark is kind of a weird place to play. There's different currents, and of course the outfield's tough. But how's it for you to play in this park?
I without stepping on Roger's toes, because I think he redid some of this field, but the infield's a little rough. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of times that, especially during the day, that it gets really hard, and there's some weird hops. So it's definitely a tough field to play at. But obviously the sun's tough for second base and right field. So that's something we're gonna have to battle. But it's definitely a cool place to play for sure.
Adam Dunn in left field.
Is Adam in left? I don't even know. I mean, he'll be fine. He'll probably love it out there because people will be yelling at him the whole time. So,
the final question. That's part of it, isn't it? These Cub fans just the place is packed. This adrenaline gets going, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's definitely fun to come over here and play, and it's fun. It's a good series. I'm glad we do it. I mean, it gives you a little bit of a kick in the butt, and I think we all need it in this locker room today because of the travel. So we need it.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
And indeed, Adam Dunn will be in left field for the Chicago White Sox this afternoon. Okay, that's the White Sox, folks. Now the Cubs. And our top plays of the year on WGN, Channel 9. The top 9 Cub plays, 9 moments here on WGN. Here they are. Well, here is number 9, April 13th. Brian LaHare grand slam against the Cardinals down in St. Louis to ruin their home opener. Brian LaHare grand slam number 9. Number 8, May 14th, Alfonso Soriano, 8th inning. RBI single to give the Cubs the lead in St. Louis. Soriano, number 8, with the highlight there. Number 7, May 9th, Brian LaHare, 8th inning RBI, a single to lead the Cubs to a 1-0 win against the Braves. Number 6, April 29th, Matt Garza, fans 10 at Philadelphia. Number 5, May 15th, Soriano again, a game-tying 9th inning home run, once again at St. Louis. Number 4, May 11th, David DeJesus, a pinch hit grand slam against the Brewers at Milwaukee. Number 3, May 6th, DeJesus again, a walk-off walk against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 2, April 24th, Soriano, a walk-off hit against the Cardinals. And finally, number 1, April 23rd, Joe Mather, a walk-off hit once again against the St. Louis Cardinals.
Have you or a loved one suffered a serious injury due to blade contact with a table saw? If so, then please listen. The technology to stop serious table saw accidents has existed for over 10 years. Saw manufacturers know about the flesh-sensing technology, but have refused to put it in their products, claiming it is too expensive. Recent court rulings and the Consumer Product Safety Commission agree that table saws without this technology are inherently defective. That means if you were seriously injured by a table saw, you may be entitled to substantial compensation for your injuries. Call this number now to find out more.
Longer, stronger, more frequent erections. Introducing Cyvita, clinically proven to increase your strength, stamina, and sexual performance. In an independent study published in the prestigious Medical Journal of Adult Urology, with Cyvita's key ingredients, men achieve longer, stronger, more frequent erections. And for a limited time, you can get a 1-week supply with free shipping by calling the number on your screen now or at Cyvita.com. Cyvita is so powerful that in a second study, men taking the key ingredients in Cyvita experienced longer, stronger, more frequent erections. Ask your doctor about Cyvita or visit Cyvita.com for more information. And remember, for a limited time, you can get a 1-week supply without a prescription direct from the manufacturer with free shipping by calling the number on your screen now or at Cyvita.com. Longer, stronger, more frequent erections. You decide. Call 1-800-334-0706. 1-800-334-0706.
Attention diabetics with bladder cancer.
If you or a loved one took diabetes medication and then developed bladder cancer, the drug company may be to blame. Call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you or a loved one took diabetes medication and then developed bladder cancer, call 1-800-805-5757. 1-800-805-5757.
If you're one of them folks that gets heartburn and then treats day after day, well, shoot, that's like checking on your burgers after the burn.
Treat your frequent heartburn by blocking the acid with Prilosec OTC.
And don't get heartburn in the first place.
1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
Gorin plays good cop. Eames plays bad cop. These guys play guilty. Together, they make good versus badder days on WGN America. Fighting criminals this bad feels so good. All day Saturday starting at 9 a.m.
Showdown in the City has been brought to you by Chevrolet. Proud to support youth baseball in cities and towns across the country. Smooth Busch Beer and easy drinking Busch Light. Pepsi Max. Visit MLB.com/Pepsi Max for your chance to play ball against some of the greatest baseball legends of all time. The games begin at MLB.com/Pepsi Max. The Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible. And by Culver's, home of the Butterburger and fresh frozen custard.
And we are back, and this very special guest now, Paul Sullivan, one of my favorite writers, the Chicago Tribune. Watch him all the time on TV and read all his articles. Paul, this tweeting with this Kerry Wood situation, that's how it broke this morning, right, that he may retire on a tweet?
Apparently, his wife either Facebooked or tweeted it, and some of the reporters were on her Facebook, and then they tweeted it, and then it just broke like wildfire.
You know, Ozzie quit the tweets. These tweets cause more trouble. Now they have to fend this off. I guess Wood's going to talk after the game.
Yeah, I mean, this might be his last game. If he doesn't get in, I think he's going to come back. Sounds like he'll come back and try and get in tomorrow. So it really depends on how Dale uses Samardzija today.
Quick legacy on Wood. 20 strikeouts, of course, his trademark, but a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. You got to give him a lot of credit for fighting through. I think that's the one reason Cub fans love him, is that he always did try and come back. And unlike some other Cub pitchers that, gave up, he kept coming back. And he played here, let's face it, the last 2 years almost for free. So I think he's going to go down in Cub history as one of the more popular players.
Quickly, what's your take on this Joe Ricketts situation with the Obama campaign and the campaign of the Republicans? Will it hurt the Cubs' chances of getting what they want to do here at Wrigley?
It's definitely the worst thing that could happen to the Cubs. They were very close, I think, to getting something done. And now this story comes out with Joe Ricketts sliming Obama, who obviously is, an associate of Rahm Emanuel, the Chicago mayor. So the worst possible thing that could happen. Both teams have been warned today about possible protesters trying to run on the field. So it's a bad situation. And the Ricketts are playing damage control right now. And I don't know how they get the stadium deal done now.
Let's try to forget about it and watch the game. Have some fun.
Just enjoy the game. It's the beautiful day, and everyone's psyched up for the game.
Okay, Paul, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Len and Bob right around the corner. Baseball, Cubs baseball, White Sox baseball, just ahead. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for calling Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. I'm glad I was able to help you today. Hi. My name is Jonathan Lawson, and I'm a customer service representative for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Insurance can sometimes be difficult to understand, but here at Colonial Penn, we make it simple. Alex Trebek has been representing Colonial Penn for over 10 years and is here to tell you how we do it.
Thanks, Jonathan. I'm happy to be here with these knowledgeable Colonial Penn representatives. I know that customer service is a priority for them. I've been representing Colonial Penn for over 10 years, talking about their guaranteed acceptance life insurance. If you're 50 to 85, write down the toll-free number on your screen and call for free information. With this insurance, there's no medical exam, no health questions either. Guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Your rate will never go up, and your benefit will never go down due to age. It costs less than 35 cents a day. That's less than the cost of a daily newspaper. Call them now. You'll be glad you did.
At Colonial Penn, we've been serving our customers for over 50 years, and we have over 500,000 life insurance policies in force. that help cover funeral costs, medical bills, credit card balances, or other final expenses. We're committed to our customers. We make insurance simple.
Call Colonial Penn now at 1-800-253-3909 for free information and a free gift. That's 1-800-253-3909. Call now.
Yaz, Yasmin, Yasminel, different names for the same top-selling birth control drug prescribed to thousands of women for contraception, PMDD, and even acne. Bayer, the maker of Yaz, claims that these drugs are safe, but reports of pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, and even death continue to be reported by otherwise healthy young women. The FDA has sent Bayer 3 letters warning about their efforts to downplay the serious dangers of taking Yaz. Our firm is investigating claims of serious injury due to Yaz. If you or a loved one have taken Yaz and have suffered any of these injuries, call this number now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation for your injuries.
This phone was left in my cab by a woman wearing the shirt of a man.
Oh, you left your phone in his car.
30 Rock, today at 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
It is a beautiful day for a little crosstown series action as the Cubs welcome their Southside rivals to Wrigley Field. The 85th regular season meeting between the White Sox and Cubs. And we welcome Cub fans from all over the country watching on WGN America, America's home for baseball. Hi again, everyone. It's the Hyundai leadoff man and Bob Brenly joining me here today. And the big news, Kerry Wood will make one more big league appearance, it appears, and then will announce his retirement. It's been a rough start for Kerry this season, Bob, but that's the news of the day here.
Well, we know Kerry's a tough guy, but I think he's been trying to pitch through a lot of discomfort, causing him to lose his command. His stuff is still very good. He just can't locate.
Let's hear from his manager, Dale Swaim.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. You know, it's just something that, you know, I'm not going to, for you guys, it's just, you know, something that, you know, if you can appreciate me not talking about it until it gets, you know, out from Kerry Wood. There's just, you know, I don't think it's appropriate for me to talk about it right now until you guys have talked to Kerry Wood about it and all that, so.
But he's available to pitch today?
Yeah, no, he's available to pitch, yeah. You know, according to, you know, whatever happens in the game, but he's ready to pitch today.
So the game situation would dictate it. If he doesn't get in today, hopefully he'll get in the game before this weekend series is over. And Bob, when I think about Kerry's career, you go back to the 20 strikeout game in his rookie season. He came back from Tommy John surgery, came back from numerous shoulder issues, was an all-star as a starter and as a short reliever.
And never made any secret of the fact that this was his home. This is where he wanted to be. He wanted to pitch in Wrigley Field in front of the Cub fans, and that's why he is one of the icons of the organization.
We'll have more coming up on the Hyundai Leadoff Man, and we want to remind you that it's brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
The verdict is in, America. There's a lot of mother lovers out there.
No.
Yes. You've tweeted.
I like you.
You've posted.
They love me.
And you've watched HIMYM on WGNA.
That's just awesome.
With fans this amazing, we'd just like to say...
Thank you!
Watch How I Met Your Mother and meet at McLaren's to join the legendary conversation.
Have you ever partaken in a car insurance taste test before?
By taste?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Well, that's what we're doing today.
Oh.
Car Insurance X has been perfected over the last 75 years.
It's tasty.
Our second car insurance, they've not been around very long.
No good.
Oh, no good?
No good.
Okay. So you chose Geico over the other.
Whoever is this insurance is no good.
Okay, so you...
Inspired by Tuscany's freshest and savoriest, Olive Garden brings you the taste of Tuscany, starting at $10.95. Try our new chicken with tortelloni or grilled sausage with orecchiette. Then choose 2 of 4 tasty Tuscan extras, like a bruschetta and our roasted asparagus. Enjoy it all, starting at just $10.95 for a limited time at Olive Garden. And now you can enter our sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Italy. To enter, visit olivegardensweeps.com.
This is Erica. She lives in California, loves cooking and horseback riding. Erica
Erica has tried dating sites, and they gave her plenty of options, but few real connections. That's why she switched to eHarmony, because eHarmony helps you define exactly what and who you're looking for, then introduces you to those who best complement you, which is why eHarmony first dates have a better chance of becoming something more than on any other site. Where it goes from there, well, that's up to you. Review your matches free on eHarmony.com today.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
And that's the BP Crosstown Cup Trophy. The winner of this season series will take that home, and we're just listening to Peter Chase, the Cubs Media Relations Director. Blake Lally has been selected from AAA Iowa. We'll get the corresponding roster move when I have a chance to check out the release. But Giovanni Soto battling a left knee injury. He has a slightly torn meniscus, so it looks like he could be out a few weeks. Let's check in on the Cubs minor league report as we go to break. Travis Wood, pitching yesterday for AAA Iowa, got the win as the I-Cubs beat Salt Lake. And Chris Russin, the PCL Pitcher of the Week, Anthony Rizzo, just continues to hit.
Hey, will you pass me some of that Lipton?
100% natural Lipton iced tea. It's delicious goodness, just the way nature intended it. When you put goodness inside, you can't help but shine on the outside. Lipton, drink positive.
Generation 201 horsepower Civic SI with a 2.4-liter IV Tech engine. To each their own. Only from Honda.
Does any mother ever feel like their kids are adults? I have twins, 21 years old. Each kid has their own path. They grow up and they're out having their life. I really started to talk to them about the things that are important that they have to take ownership over. My name's Colleen Stiles, and my kids and I did our wills on LegalZoom.
We created LegalZoom to help you take care of the ones you love. Go to LegalZoom.com today and complete your will in minutes. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Man, I'm glad Aflac pays cash.
Aflac? Ha!
Isn't major medical enough? No. Who's going to help cover the holes in their plans?
Aflac.
Like medical bills they don't pay for. Or help pay the mortgage. Or child care. And everyday expenses.
Aflac.
Help your family stay afloat at Aflac.com.
Cowhide dries out. So does your man hide. Regular Men's body wash can dry out your skin. Only Dove Men Plus Care has micro moisture to fight skin dryness, so that man hide of yours stays clean and moisturized. Skincare built in.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
And lots of news today. Right-hander Chris Volstad, who has not won in 8 starts as a Cub this season, has been optioned to AAA Iowa with Blake Lally joining the big league roster. Let's go first to third around the majors. It's interleague weekend, and Bud Selig, baseball commissioner, seemed to open the door to the Oakland A's possibly moving from the Bay Area. The higher seeded team in the division series will host the final 3 games in the best of 5, and maybe Bob's got a new place to stay in New York, possibly a new housing development across the street from Citi Field. We'll have the Cubs hosting the White Sox coming up from beautiful Wrigley Field next.
Did you know when you get heartburn, it's too late to take Prilosec? Because Prilosec is not intended for immediate relief. But it's never too late for Zantac. Prilosec takes at least 24 hours to reach its full effect. But Zantac works differently. It relieves heartburn in as little as 30 minutes. Its fast-release acid blockers are clinically proven to relieve heartburn when it occurs. In fact, no pill relieves heartburn faster. So when heartburn strikes, try Zantac. This has been Medifax for Zantac.
Introducing new Dentine Split to Fit Pack.
It splits into 2 smaller, sleeker packs that fit almost anywhere, so you can take them everywhere. Dentine Split to Fit. Practice safe breath.
Man, I'm glad Aflac pays cash.
Aflac. Ha!
Isn't major medical enough? No. Who's going to help cover the holes in their plans?
Aflac.
Like medical bills they don't pay for.
Aflac.
Or help pay the mortgage. Or child care.
Aflac.
And everyday expenses.
Aflac.
Help your family stay afloat at Aflac.com.
And so the conversation turned until the sun went down.
At Mobile, we believe it's smarter to change your oil than change your car. We believe in friends that go the extra mile and engines that go the extra years. We believe your engine should last till this little one has little ones of her own. That's why we created Mobile Super, tested and proven to help reduce wear, prevent sludge, and extend the life of your engine for the long, long run. Mobile Super, for long engine life.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
The following is a sports presentation of WGN America.
Baseball focus in Chicago this weekend is Wrigley Field. The Sox and the Cubs will play the first of 6 here in 2012. It's Cubs baseball on WGN Sports. We welcome Cub fans from all over the country watching on WGN America, America's home for baseball. Beautiful day here along with Bob Brenly. I'm Len Casper. The wind has shifted. It was blowing straight out as the Cubs took VP, but it is moving around. That's the norm here at Wrigley Field. And Bob, the Cubs would like to change the norm in terms of how they've played against the White Sox here the last few years.
Well, if they want to change the norm, they're going to have to hit the ball a little bit more, score some more runs. Over the last 9 matchups at Wrigley Field, the White Sox have won 6 of those ball games. They haven't hit particularly well either, but they've pitched much better than the Cubs have.
Jeff Samardzija has been as good as any pitcher in baseball in his home ballpark. He's been very comfortable here at Wrigley.
Yeah, his ERA under 1 here at the friendly confines, and over his last 4 starts, he surrendered only 3 runs. He is on some kind of a roll right now. Hopefully, it'll continue against the Sox today.
Philip Umber, you know that name. He threw a perfect game at Seattle on April 21st, but Bob, the White Sox have lost all of his other 5 starts.
Yeah, and he's had trouble with runners on base, possibly having some issues with that stretch position.
And we mentioned the wind shifting around a little bit, but it's warm here. I would imagine the ball will jump today.
It certainly did in batting practice, and we would assume more of the same come game time. The wind has turned around a little bit, as you said, but I like to call this the thin wind. I don't think it's going to affect the batted ball too much.
Sounds like Giovanni Soto's probably headed to the DL. He's got a slight meniscus tear in his left knee. Blake Lally has been called up. The roster's changing at some point here. Looks like Kerry Wood's going to retire.
Well, yeah, a lot going on. The Crosstown Classic is enough in and of itself, but a lot of roster moves today, a lot of uncertainty with Kerry Wood, so we'll just buckle up and see what happens.
All right, let's throw it over now to the Cubs public address announcer, Andy Bellison.
Ladies and gentlemen, this past Wednesday, May 16th, the Chicago White Sox mourned the loss of Kevin Hickey. Hickey pitched for the White Sox for 3 seasons and had been a pregame instructor for the White Sox since 2004. The Chicago Cubs and White Sox would like to ask all fans to join in a moment of silence to recognize the late Kevin Hickey. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please stand as the Chicago Cubs welcome a very special guest to Wrigley Field. Army Specialist Dwight Lockwood previously worked as an airframe mechanic with the United States Navy and was twice deployed to the war in the Middle East aboard United States aircraft carriers. He enlisted the United States Army in 2010 and was assigned to the 25th Infantry Division, 35th Regiment, Bravo Company as an infantry rifleman. Army Specialist Lockwood returned just last month from a year-long combat tour as a ground soldier in the mountains of Afghanistan. The Chicago Cubs would like to take this moment to thank Army Specialist Lockwood, along with all of our servicemen and women, both in this country and around the world, for their selfless dedication, courage, and sacrifice in protecting our freedom and defending this great country. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing. Kindly remove your caps and join Michael McDermott as he honors America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, it gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One of our favorites, Michael McDermott, with our national anthem. Could be a big day for Kerry Wood. We'll find out. We've got some sluggers in this game with guys like LaHare and Paul Konerko. Starlin Castro homered last night. Adam Dunn off to a good start. Sox and Cubs next.
The verdict is in, America. There's a lot of mother lovers out there.
No.
Yes. You've tweeted.
I like you.
You've posted.
They love me.
And you've watched HIMYM on WGNA.
That's just awesome.
With fans this amazing, we'd just like to say...
Thank you!
Watch How I Met Your Mother and meet at McLaren's to join the legendary conversation.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm.
Welcome to summer with Bud Light Lime. It's everything you love about Bud Light, with a twist of 100% natural lime flavor for ultimate refreshment. Bud Light Lime. Summer is calling.
Groove the soothes and moves romance. To hit you wet and get you quick for the summertime.
Sorry, folks. Our landing time got moved back another hour.
Hunger getting to you? Grab a Ritz Crackerfuls, made with real cheese and whole grain. It'll help keep you satisfied until your next meal. Get hunger before it gets you.
interrogation.
Law and Order: Criminal Intent. Weekends on WGN America.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Bud Light Lime. Summer is calling. Pepsi Max. Visit MLB.com/Pepsi Max for your chance to play ball against some of the greatest baseball legends of all time. The games begin at MLB.com/Pepsi Max. The Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible. And by Ford, manufacturers of more fuel-efficient vehicles than any other brand. Check them out at your local Ford store or online at localfordstores.com. Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports.
Today's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting provided by WRTO La Tremenda, Chicago's Spanish language sports leader.
Kerry Wood exchanging the lineup card at home plate. If you missed it earlier, it appears as though Kerry will make one more appearance and then announce his retirement. And during batting practice, shagging fly balls with his son, Justin. And hanging out in the bleachers. Father and son at the ballpark. Can't beat that. It won't necessarily be today. It'll be determined by game situation. When he wants to get out there and let it fly one more time before hanging it up. We want to let our AT&T Uverse viewers in Chicago and around the country on WGN America know that during every Cubs home game this season, if you go to channel 780 or HD channel 1780, you can see a special multi-view presentation that shows you all our different live camera angles here at Wrigley Field. It's pretty cool. So if you want to direct the game along with Skip Ellison, give a look to AT&T Uverse channel 780 or high definition channel 1780.
They couldn't dial it up any better, partner. First game of the Crosstown Classic here. Just absolutely ideal baseball weather. Wind has kicked up considerably, blowing from the right field corner toward the left field corner, but as I mentioned a moment ago, seems to be one of those winds that isn't going to affect the play on the field very much.
Mid-70s, wind not really much of a factor. And the forecast, we're just going to go with yes.
Yes.
Here's a Sox lineup written out by their first-year manager, Robin Ventura. De Aza, Beckham, Dunn with his first action in the outfield this year with no DH. Konerko, Rios, Przynski. Ramirez at short, Eduardo Escobar in as Brent Morel was a late scratch. He's dealing with some back issues, and Philip Umber, the pitcher.
And let's check out how the Cubs take the field defensively today. Behind Jeff Samardzija, brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. It's pretty much been the regular lineup for Dale Swaim, with the exception of Giovanni Soto behind the plate. It'll be Soriano, Campana, and De Jesus left to right. Across the outfield, Stewart, Castro, Barney, and LaHare. Third to first across the infield. Castillo doing the catching for Giovanni Soto today, and he'll be receiving pitches from right-hander Jeff Samardzija. I mentioned he has been on quite a roll over his last 4 games started. A total of 26 1/3 innings pitched, only 15 hits and 3 runs surrendered. He struck out 29 and walked 8.
Set the umpires for you. Tim Timmons will get the plate. The crew chief is Jeff Kellogg at first, Eric Cooper at second, and Marty Foster is over at first. And all eyes eyes will be on Kerry Wood today as he heads down to the bullpen. And Jeff Samardzija ready to work. Starting against the White Sox for the first time in his career. All the players, Bob, on these two 25-man rosters, he probably understands this rivalry the best just because he grew up in Northwest Indiana. He's been following these two teams his whole life. 1-1 on De Aza. Alejandro De Aza, the center fielder. Talked about it last night. The White Sox just finished a 2-game trip to Anaheim. Got back a little before 11 p.m. last night.
Yeah, sleep in November.
Two and two. Robin Ventura today managing for the first time in the regular season under National League rules. It's been part of his career in the National League. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good start for Samardzija.
Ya's a good guy to keep off base. All those leadoff hitters are good guys to keep off base. Good start to the game for Jeff Samardzija, pounding that bottom part of the strike zone with that wind blowing out toward left field today. Good day to keep that sinker down.
There's Gordon Beckham, under 200 on the season, and he takes a strike. These two teams have struggled lately. The Cubs have lost 3 in a row. The White Sox have dropped 15 of their last 23. There's a chopper that is deflected by both Stewart and Castro, and it'll be a hit for Beckham.
Diving attempt by Stewart. Castro's upset with himself. I don't know how he even got a glove on that ball after it was deflected. He was only about 10 feet behind Ian Stewart, but knocked it down. Had a thought about firing from deep in the hole at short. Probably best he didn't right there. Beckham was not going hard down the first base line. Castro thought he could get him, but that's an awfully long throw.
Here's Adam Dunn. 41 career homers against the Cubs, who overshift on the infield toward the right. Dunn is playing the outfield for the first time this year. Total turnaround from last year. He hit 11 home runs the entire year. And Robin Ventura had a difficult decision to make because Dayan Viciedo, their everyday left fielder, has been probably their hottest hitter the last few days. But he's on the bench today. Into right, and De Jesus, with the sunglasses on, makes the grab.
And Adam Dunn, as a left fielder, is a real good power hitter. Well, he's not in there for his glove. He's never been a player who was in any lineup because of his defensive prowess. He's a guy that can hit the ball a long way.
Here comes Paul Konerko, off to another great start. You know, we've talked a lot about Paulie, as he's called, over the years. About as even keel as it gets.
I mean, he is a very definition of a professional ball player. Makes no excuses when things go bad. Great teammate. Shows up to play hard every day. Consistently puts up his numbers. True professional.
Well, if you look at the White Sox all-time leaderboard, that one hit to deep left, and it's going to go back of the bleachers for a 2-run homer. See Samardzija shaking his head. We're going to say, if you look at the White Sox career leaders, Bob, offensively, Paul Konerko, and a lot of them, number 2, only behind Frank Thomas. 397th home run as a member of the White Sox.
Quick bat for a power hitter. A lot of times guys that hit for big time power have a long loopy swing in order to generate that power. Konerko has always had a very quick stroke. That time quick to the fastball inside. Line drive homer into the bleachers.
404th overall home run for Konerko. So the White Sox jump on top here in the very first inning. 1-1 on Alex Rios. Konerko also number 2 on the all-time interleague home run list. That was his 55th. Only Jim Thome with 59 has hit more against the other league. Swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. 2 Ks for Samardzija, but Paul Konerko with a long home run to left, and it's 2-0 with the Cubs coming up.
Enough! No Pepsi for you. And what do you do?
I sing.
Enough! All right. Pepsi for you.
No, Pepsi for all.
Yeah, boy!
Let's play indoors this weekend. All we need is a couple of gallons of our hardest working paint from the Home Depot. The place that gives us more top-rated brands than anywhere else, at prices that won't shake up our budget. Let's make a one-wall statement, or tackle a total room takeover with paint that'll get the job done in fewer trips up and down the ladder. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. The #1 brand of paint just got better, starting at $24.96.
We love theme parks, but with 4 kids, it can just be too expensive.
Yeah, so to save some money, we just made our own.
Oh no! What could be worse than 90-foot swell? Typhoon!
First prize. It's a cheese grater. This isn't scary.
Are you kidding me? Look at that picture of your mom's hair from the 80s.
There's an easier way to save. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Now Dale Swaim's Pepsi lineup against the White Sox, brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Well, they made it interesting last night, but came up a run short against the Phillies. DeJesus, Campana, and Castro 1 through 3. Lahair, Soriano, Stewart in the middle. Castillo should get a lot of playing time coming up with the Soto injury. Barney at second, and Samardzija the pitcher.
Quick look at the White Sox defensively here this afternoon. We mentioned Adam Dunn in left field, Alejandro Diaz in center, Alex Rios over in right field. It'll be Escobar, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko third to first across the infield. That guy, A.J. Pierzynski, behind the plate today for right-hander Philip Umber. And remember, he threw the perfect game earlier this season, and it has been a really rough go since then. In his 4 starts since the perfect game, he's 0-2 with an ERA of nearly 9.5.
Better his last time out in a no decision against Kansas City. 6 2/3, 1 run. And strike 1 on one of the hottest Cub hitters, working on a 9-game hitting streak, David DeJesus.
Boy, unless Umber goes drastically away from his normal game plan, you'll see a lot of breaking pitches. Throws about 50% fastballs, 40% sliders and curves. And we'll mix in an occasional straight change up to a left-handed hitter.
.29 years old, DeJesus, fly ball to left. Adam Dunn took a look back, still back, and it's going to be off the wall. And DeJesus with that patented leadoff double. Boy, Dunn played that ball like it was going to be a lazy fly out. Then he played it like it was going to be a home run.
He played it like he didn't want to get too close to the bricks is what he played it like. That ball was hit well and got some assist from the wind. But that's a very catchable ball. Take 3 or 4 more hard steps to the wall. That ball hits right at the base of the fence, or actually a few feet above the base of the fence. Well, the lack of experience defensively in the outfield and the lack of experience here at Wrigley Field cost Adam Dunn that time.
Now, Adam played a lot of left field and played a lot of left field in this ballpark when he was with the Cincinnati Reds. As Campana lays down a great bunt. And he's safe as Umber slipped, and it wouldn't have mattered even if he had picked it up. First and third with nobody out. I was just going to add, Bob, the White Sox didn't take BP today, so Dunn didn't have a chance to go out and take balls off the bat either.
Yeah, and that is significant. I mean, as you said, he's played here in the past, but it's been years, and he's a different player now than he was back in the day when he was roaming left field for the Cincinnati Reds. Good start offensively here for the Cubs. I'll tell you, it looked a little bit like Tony Campana caught the White Sox by surprise with that bunt. Maybe they didn't have time to go over the advance report either this morning.
Here's Starlin Castro. Cubs with a chance to get those runs right back after the Konerko home run. Campana runs. Brzezinski's going to throw down there, and Campana's in. Well, AJ off to a very good start in terms of throwing out base stealers. He was 5 for 13 before that throw.
Quick release, strong throw that time, but Tony Campana just outruns that throw to second base. Oh, very dangerous there, tiptoeing across the top of the bag. There's a lot of velocity going into that slide and came off the bag a couple of different times. Fortunately, Ramirez didn't keep the tag on him.
Castro out of the deep right center. De Aza back on the track. He's going to make the catch right in front of the vines. Both guys tag. De Jesus in on a sac fly. Campana to third as Castro just missed a 3-run homer. It's 2-1. I think the ball's going to fly today.
Oh yeah, I mean that wind is really blowing hard right now from the right field corner toward the left field corner, and this ball very nearly gets out into the wind. A high fly ball to deep right center field. Raza makes a nice running catch of his own on the warning track right in front of the vines, and with Tony Campana's speed, any mishandling of this relay back to the infield, that may have been a 2-run sac fly.
Brian LaHare with a tying run at third. Ball one inside. LaHare looking for his first hit on this homestand. He's 0 for 7. I'd love to hear from you via email at lennonbob@tribune.com, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well.
We invite you to sing along as the theme music plays.
One and two. Well, Umber on April 21st was perfect. In Seattle, there's 27 Mariners, retired all of them. Gave up a double to the leadoff man here today. It's the 21st perfect game in Major League history. And believe it or not, the third by a member of the White Sox. And the second since 2009. No repeat today. 2-2 bounced foul. And as we take a look at today's Illinois Lottery Anything's Possible moment, we go back to April 21st. Didn't even go to 3 balls on a hitter until the 9th inning. Everything working. Bit of a controversial end to the game. As Brendan Ryan started arguing, maybe could have made it to first base. Anything's Possible moment brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who each day make anything possible. And he got him. O'Hare strikes out. 2 down.
I mentioned Umber's propensity for throwing breaking pitches, and he really had 2 outstanding breaking balls in that game against the Mariners. Both the curveball and the slider were working extremely well. Great command of both those pitches. A lot of fastballs here in the first inning, however, against the Cubs.
Now Alfonso Soriano, a couple of homers this week. He's hit in 6 in a row, and he takes a strike. Campana doing his best to try to throw off Umber. And he's dancing down the third base line. Deep to right, but Rios makes a catch. We got the NATO summit here, and 9 out of 10 world leaders agree the Cubs are a superpower.
Ever wonder if there's more out there?
How did you know?
Your lunch says it all.
What's it say?
It says you can do so much better.
You're right. I should dump him.
I meant literally your lunch.
Take your meal to the next level with Wendy's delicious new signature sides. Vermont cheddar mac and cheese, chili cheese fries, or baked sweet potatoes. Sides that make the meal. That's Wendy's way.
Now that's better.
Research suggests the health of our cells plays a key role throughout our entire lives. One A Day Men's 50 Plus is a complete multivitamin designed for men's health concerns as we age. It has more of 7 antioxidants to support cell health. That's One A Day Men's 50 Plus Healthy Advantage.
We shouldn't need a GPS to find the fertilizer. We should go to Ace, where we can zip in, find what we need, and zip out.
Our speedy-sized stores help get your weekend back at Ace.
Inspired by Tuscany's freshest and savoriest, Olive Garden brings you the taste of Tuscany, starting at $10.95. Try our new chicken with tortelloni or grilled sausage with orecchiette. Then choose 2 of 4 tasty Tuscan extras, like a bruschetta and our roasted asparagus. Enjoy it all, starting at just $10.95 for a limited time at Olive Garden. And now you can enter our sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Italy. To enter, visit olivegardensweeps.com.
Kind of a wild first inning. Paul Konerko hit a 2-run homer in the top of the inning. The Cubs stormed back, getting the first 2 guys on. The Jesus would score on a sac fly, but then Philip Umber worked out of it. He struck out Leher and got Soriano on a fly ball. Hello, AJ.
Hello, AJ.
AJ Pierzynski takes a strike. It has been a thorn in the Cubs' side.
He's been a thorn in a lot of people's side in the early going this year, hitting nearly 300 with 5 homers, 26 driven in.
And he pops into short left, and it's going to drop. Nice play by Castro to keep Pierzynski to a single, as he just turned around and flung that ball to Darwin Barney. So Pierzynski stays hot. He had a 5-hit game against Detroit on Tuesday, and he's now 10 for his last 15.
Just a well-placed grenade out there in shallow left field. Starlin Castro couldn't quite get there. Soriano was playing deep and hobbling after that one. That was a nice play by Starlin. Plays it on 1 hop with the bare hand, turn and throw all in one motion. A.J. had thoughts about trying for second base, but had to stop when he saw that ball in the air.
Alexei Ramirez had to scoot out of the way.
What a good pitch. From what I've seen of Alexei Ramirez, he does not like that ball inside. If you can establish in that first at bat, or in this case the first pitch of the game, that you're going to pound him inside hard, he's probably not going to be leaning out over that plate at all today.
In again, 2-0. Drops in a breaking ball for a strike. So a little knee buckle from the Cuban missile. Won a Silver Slugger in 2010. Defected from Cuba to the Dominican Republic in 2007 and signed with the White Sox before the 08 season. Good cutter. 2-2.
This is generally split finger territory right here. Once he gets to 2 strikes, that is normally his put away pitch. But that cutter has become such a valuable weapon for him. He's not afraid to throw that. And that was the splitter out in front of home plate. Nice block by Wellington Castillo. I think it's interesting, Len, that Jeff Samardzija, so much was made about the fact he needs to come up with a third pitch. He needs some kind of a breaking ball to go along with the sinking fastball and the splitter. At times he's had a real good slider, but that cutter seems to be a real nice pitch for him.
Runner goes, softly hit ground ball to Ian Stewart, so they stay out of the double play as Ramirez is out.
Wrigleyville Rooftops has premier seating for up to 200 guests for corporate gatherings, family reunions, and bachelor or bachelorette parties. Individual and group tickets are available for all games. For more details, go to www.wrigleyvillerooftops.com or call 773-248-ROOF.
Well, Samardzija came in with the second best home ERA in the National League, 0.81. This is switch hitting Eduardo Escobar, filling in for Brent Morrell at third. When we talk about the cutter, Bob, it has been a good pitch for Jeff, and I think the key is that it doesn't overtake a fastball that, according to Fangraphs, has averaged 94.8 miles an hour. Only Steven Strasburg has consistently thrown a harder fastball at 95.7 on your FM dial. But I know you've talked about guys getting too cutter happy. It is a nice complimentary pitch, but you don't want Jeff to get away from what's made him good.
I mean, unless you're Mariano Rivera, the cutter should be just that, a complimentary pitch. It's not that it takes anything more out of your arm. It's just the movement on the pitch itself. It's a very flat fastball that, because of its name, the cutter, obviously it cuts away from a right-handed hitter from a right-handed pitcher, but it usually stays on the same plane. So if a batter commits to swing at a cut fastball on the inside part of the plate and it cuts out over the outside part of the plate, it's probably going to end up right on the barrel of the bat. But if a batter only sees one per at bat, or maybe a couple over the course of a ball game, it's a very effective pitch. If you see it every pitch, very easy to square it up. Unless you're Mariano Rivera.
The pitcher Umber is on deck. Don't pronounce that H. Umber. Long look by Samardzija. Well, he's ready, but Escobar's not.
Well, we ope Umber it with 2 outs.
Still without a hit in his career.
You're talking about that perfect game, Len, and I don't know how people would classify Philip Umber in the annals of the game of baseball. I think he's just a guy, you know. He's been very effective at times throughout his career, at other times less effective, but it just goes to show you how great these guys can be on that one given day.
Ball 4. Yeah, no doubt. So Umber will bat with 2 on, but before that, let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Station now at facebook.com/meetatmclaren's.
Well, Armando Galarraga was also close to perfection in his career. Unfortunately, didn't continue to get better after that. Hard bunt, they get 1, and that's it. Brzezinski out at third.
Well, it's so obvious, I don't even know if I have to mention it, but Philip Umber is not accustomed to putting down sac bunts. White Sox not accustomed to having guys put down sac bunts. A hard one right back to the mound. Good read by Jeff Samardzija, easily getting the lead runner at third base.
Good job by Stewart to not get a spike caught in the dirt there on that hard slide by Brzezinski. De Aza, first and second, 2 gone, and a swing and a miss. It looked to be a quiet weekend going in with not a ton of dramatic storylines. 2 first-year managers, Dale Swain, Robin Ventura, but a couple of teams still trying to find their sea legs. Both clubs under 500. And then word this morning of Kerry Wood's impending retirement. The Cubs have optioned Chris Volstad to AAA Iowa. Looks like Giovanni Soto is going to be out a few weeks with a knee injury. There's a ground ball to Castro. And he will throw to LaHare to finish the inning. They leave a couple. It's 2-1 White Sox early.
High five, America, because we're giving you great comedy 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
5 days a week.
Why, that deserves
the highest of 5s.
So when you think America, think 5.
Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's great comedy.
Give me what? 5.
5 days a week.
Freeze frame high five.
All week long, right here on WGN America.
Not leave a brother hanging. Woo!
21st Century here with 2 identical, stolen cars. Luckily, the 2 cars that used to be here were both covered against theft. One through these guys, the other through 21st Century. So both cars can be replaced. But drivers who switch from Allstate to 21st save $577 a year. Call 888-422-1074 or visit 21st.com. 21st Century Insurance.
Dig it, 21st.
This is me. Yep, born cool. This is my new Civic, and I love it. This is where I work. These are my tickets to the show of the decade. These are my friends. And this, I couldn't live without this. Oh, this is the girl I went out with last night. Hey.
Hey.
You gonna make it tonight? This is going to be awesome.
The all-new Civic EXL, the most technologically advanced Civic ever. Only from Honda.
Disaronno cocktail number 38. Ice. Disaronno. Fresh orange juice. Disaronno Orange. Disaronno. Be original.
Sunday, Chicago's Crosstown Classic concludes as former Cy Young winner Jake Peavy takes the hill for the White Sox. Sunday, 2 East on WGN America.
WGN TV is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
2-1 as they'll bat in the bottom of the second against Philip Umber. Cubs all time in interleague play are 14 games under 500 dating back to 1997. White Sox have always been good against the National League. They have the second best record behind the Yankees. 43 games over 500. Curveball in there for a strike. Cubs president of baseball operations Theo Epstein taking in the Cubs versus White Sox for the first time. Umber working quickly. It's 2-1. The Cubs will also take on the Twins in Minnesota. Detroit and Boston will come to Wrigley Field, and the Cubs will wrap up interleague play by heading to the south side as that ball's caught a long run by De Aza. Cub fans, make sure you check out our WGN baseball blog on WGNTV.com. Click on the sports link and look for the blog brought to you by Jeff Vukovich, nationwide agent serving the area for 33 years. Contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. I have a post on the Cubs and the White Sox in interleague action as Wellington Castillo had a big end to the game last night, hit a home run in the 8th. Cleared the bases with a double in the 9th as the Cubs forced Charlie Manuel to bring in Jonathan Papelbon. 2 up, 2 down. Now today's emergency catcher. Now Blake Lally was put on the roster. I assume he's here or will be here. I did not see him before the game. But in a pinch today, Darwin Barney would put on the gear.
It's been a while since Darwin's been behind the plate.
So Blake Lally joining Blake Parker, who made his big league debut last night. And I think it'd be easy to speculate left-hander Travis Wood being the top candidate to take that next start in Volstad's spot. Wood, 7 innings, 2 runs, got the win for Iowa last night. So that would be Tuesday in Houston. Knocked down by Umber. And a 1-2-3 second inning. It's the White Sox 2 and the Cubs 1 after 2.
Do you want to go do it in Barney's childhood bedroom again? My race car bed?
How I Met Your Mother. Tonight at 8 East, 5 West.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm.
Welcome to summer with Bud Light Lime. It's everything you love about Bud Light, with a twist of 100% natural lime flavor for ultimate refreshment. Bud Light Lime. Summer is calling.
One taste of the new Cherry Berry Chiller, and you won't be able to pull yourself away. So we created Chiller Talk. Made with 100% fruit juice with natural flavors blended with ice. Bringing together the natural sweetness of cherry and raspberry for an ice-cold twist on fruit juice. Here for a limited time only. New McCafe Cherry Berry Chiller at McDonald's. The simple joy of keeping it cool.
The 2013 Kia Sorento is so full of available features that there's something impressive every direction you look. Look towards the fuel gauge, and you'll notice the class-leading MPG. Look up and you'll see the panoramic sunroof. Look down and you'll see the heated front seats. Look to the sides and you'll see the power folding mirrors. Look forward. Well, look forward to low lease payments of $239 a month.
Chicago area Cub fans want to throw out the first pitch at a Cub game this summer? Just go to any Chicagoland Dominick's and look for the code word at the Pepsi Max display. Then send WGN Television a postcard. You could be throwing out a first pitch at Wrigley. Pick your pitch from Pepsi Max, Dominick's, and WGN. Bob, interesting news today as Phillies manager Charlie Manuel and veteran big league umpire Bob Davidson have each been given a one-game suspension after their expletive-filled toe-to-toe verbal spat on Tuesday in Philadelphia. Manuel was kicked out. We had video of it the other day. They will both start their suspensions immediately. And I guess Davidson, according to the story, was suspended for repeated violations of the Office of the Commissioner's standards for situation handling. So there are specific standards in terms of how you deal with an irate manager, and he didn't follow them.
I really think that argument was all about where Bob Davidson parked and blocked in Charlie's truck.
Beckham out into deep left, but playable for Soriano.
Hey, Cubs fans, if you want to manage a game along with Dale Swaim, log on to WGNTV.com right now and click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while you're watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more. Let's put the emphasis on the pools now that we're getting into some summer weather and forget the hot tubs.
Adam Dunn sends it sky high out towards Soriano. 2 up, 2 down. Remember coming to Wrigley Field when you were a kid and imagining it was you running onto the field? Now envision being able to give that experience to your best clients when the Cubs are on the road. Packages range from private dinners all the way to games and home run derbies in the outfield. For more details, call 773-404-4161 or visit Cubs.com/premier. Paul Konerko with his 9th hit in his last 12 at-bats. And there was a 2-run homer in the first inning.
Take a look at our Nissan drive of the game. Came early. Fastball inside part of the plate, and Konerko with a real quick swing able to drive it out into the bleachers for a 2-run homer. Get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all.
Two and one. Here's Samardzij's pitch. I suppose I could choose not to mention it, but I just find it interesting. Got to mention Ozzie Guillen's name since he was always a big part of this rivalry. He's off Twitter now. Announced yesterday that he is quitting Twitter, which is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Think he misses being a part of this?
Well, I saw there was an empty parking space out in the lot today. Had OG on it. Look out.
Oh, man. Oh, Konerko got hit. You could hear it hit part of the helmet. Oh.
Unfortunately, I believe that was a split finger that just got away from Jeff Samardzija and not the 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Able to walk off under his own power. It knocked his helmet right off. You hope it mostly got a helmet, but clearly cut right near that left eye.
I hate to say it, but it looked like he took more of the brunt of it than the helmet did. It just caught a piece of the bill of the helmet there.
So Dayan Viciedo will be the pinch runner and will likely play left. And Adam Dunn will grab his first baseman's mitt.
Man, that's a scary moment. I don't care which team you're rooting for and who your favorite players are. You never like to see anybody get hit up there above the shoulders.
Bob, what do you think Robin Ventura was talking with Tim Timmons about? I mean, he didn't need to come out and announce Viciedo as a pinch runner.
I'm not sure. I mean, you would have to assume at some point the White Sox are going to want to extract their pound of flesh from the Cubs. Didn't see any warnings issued at this point. And really, there shouldn't have been. Like I said, no intent on the part of Jeff Samardzija, a split finger that just slipped out of his hand.
Paul Konerko got beamed a couple of years ago against the Minnesota Twins and stayed in the game, but unable to stay in here today. And again, we hope he's all right. And the 0-2 ground ball right to Darwin Barney. And that's going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-1 White Sox.
So you two are gonna love this place. You know, for $20 you can each choose an entree from an incredibly limited menu and share an appetizer. It's like one bite and it's gone. Right? We love it.
I am not sharing an appetizer.
2 for $20 at Golden Corral is back. It's non-stop appetizers, salads, all-you-can-eat entrees, desserts, including the amazing chocolate Wonderfall. It's unlimited deliciousness. It's the ultimate 2 for $20 dinner buffet, Monday through Thursday. Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
Man, I'm glad Aflac pays cash.
Aflac? Ha!
Isn't Major Medical enough? No. Who's going to help cover the holes in their plans?
Aflac.
Like medical bills they don't pay for.
Aflac.
Or help pay the mortgage. Or child care.
Aflac.
And everyday expenses.
Aflac.
Help your family stay afloat at Aflac.com.
The wheat in every mini wheat has got to be just right. Perfect golden color, rich in fiber. My dad taught me, and I taught my son out there.
Morning, Pa.
Wait, who's driving the...
99 bushels of wheat on the farm, 99 bushels of wheat.
Yep, there's 8 filling layers of whole grain fiber in those fun little biscuits. So they stick with you all morning long. Kellogg's Mini Wheat Cereal. A big breakfast and a little biscuit.
Introducing new Dentine Split to Fit Pack.
It splits into 2 smaller, sleeker packs that fit almost anywhere, so you can take them everywhere. Dentine Split to Fit. Practice safe breath.
Sunday, Chicago's Crosstown Classic concludes as former Cy Young winner Jake Peavy takes the hill for the White Sox. Sunday, 2 East on WGN America.
Chevrolet for their support of Oaklawn baseball and softball. Webb Chevrolet and your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are supporting leagues and young players in their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball.
As we mentioned, Viciedo now in left with Dunn at first. And Samardzija hits a ground ball to Ramirez. Save! Dunn came off the bag and tagged him late or missed him. That's a throwing error on Alexei Ramirez on a pretty routine play.
Only the 4th error of the season for Alexei Ramirez. Had plenty of time with Samardzija running down that first baseline. Yeah, Dunn may have come off that bag a little bit early as well. He's a big man. He can stretch out and cover a lot of ground, but gives Samardzija just enough room to get by on the base. Error on Ramirez.
De Jesus doubled in the bottom of the first and scored the only Cub run to date. And he hits that one to deep center. De Aza will get to it right on the edge of the warning track. Well, De Jesus, Bob, has really been squaring the ball up, hasn't he?
He really has, Len. We talked about it in that Phillies 2-game series. Seems like a couple of times a game he's hitting it right on the screws of that bat. A lot of them have been to center field and to the opposite field, but he's also pulled some balls down into the right field corner. Just a real nice rhythm up there at the plate right now.
Campana with a bunt single and a steal his first time up. Ramirez will step on second. Safe at first. Only a small handful of guys would beat out that ball, and Campana's one of them.
Kind of a tweener. If he flips to second base, you don't have enough time to turn it and get Campana at first. If you take it to the bag yourself, you don't have time to get Campana at first. You can see Beckham was there, but in the time it would have taken Ramirez to get the ball out of his glove, make the underhanded shovel to the second baseman, and then Beckham has to catch the ball, make the exchange to his throwing hand, and get it on to Dunn at first. No way they get Campana either way.
Big lead by Tony. Not running, and they pitch out. Mentioned it before. A.J. Przinsky and Tyler Flowers have been tremendous in gunning down base stealers. Przinsky's now 5 out of 14, which is very good. Flowers is 6 for 7. So they're over 50% as a team.
You know, talking to people close to the White Sox, obviously you have to be throwing the ball and getting rid of it quickly in order to put up those kind of numbers. Yeah, but the pitchers are helping a little bit more with their slide steps to home plate, and also the middle infielders, Beckham and Ramirez, hanging in there at the bag a little better at second base.
Campana goes this time, and a bouncer to third. Escobar will get the out to end the inning. 3 in the books. The White Sox 2 and the Cubs 1.
It's not just where you are, but where you want to be. And with smooth drinking Busch beer, the mountains are closer than you think.
We're gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain. Ain't never coming back.
Isn't it time to head for the mountains?
At Mobil, we believe it's smarter to change your oil than change your car. We believe in friends that go the extra mile and engines that go the extra years. We believe your engine should last till this little one has little ones of her own. That's why we created Mobil Super, tested and proven to help reduce wear, prevent sludge, and extend the life of your engine for the long, long run. Mobil Super for long engine life.
Ooh, man, this crowd is hot tonight.
No, and I'm thirsty. Hey, will you pass me some of that Lipton?
When you put goodness inside, you can't help but shine on the outside. Mmm. 100% natural Lipton iced tea, free of preservatives and artificial flavors. It's delicious goodness, just the way nature intended it. Lipton, drink positive.
And so the conversation turned until the sun went down, and many fantasies were there. On that day, keep feeling fascination.
Time for our Xfinity catcher profile, protecting home for the White Sox, A.J. Pierzynski. In 46 games against the Cubbies in his career, he has done a lot of damage. He's done a lot of damage here at Wrigley Field. One of the most durable catchers in the game, even at age 35. Xfinity Home offers state-of-the-art features that help you stay connected to your home and family anytime, anywhere. Over the last 10 years, Len, the fewest games A.J. has caught in a season, 128. This keeps rolling along.
It's over 300 in his career against the Cubs.
Ranks first among all catchers over the last 10 years in hits, doubles, second in extra base hits and RBIs, games caught, fourth in runs scored, tied for sixth in home runs, and eighth in batting average.
Rollover grounder to Barney for the out.
And first all time in annoying the opposition.
Was it Ozzie who said it? When you play against AJ, you hate him. When you play with him, you hate him less.
You hate him less.
So,
I'll tell you one thing you cannot deny A.J. Pierzynski. He knows the rule book. He knows the game. Very alert behind the plate. Very alert at the plate. Not sure if he has aspirations to go into coaching and managing after his playing career was over, but would seem to be perfectly suited.
only day game, everything else under the lights tonight. Swing and a miss, strike three. Third strikeout for Samar. Just stay tuned. The seventh inning stretch is coming up. Brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass. Always in moderation to life, love, and loot. Former Bull NBA champion and current radio analyst Bill Wennington. We'll sing the stretch. Bunted by Escobar. Picked up by Samardzija. And the Sox go down very quickly in the fourth. Still 2-1.
Come on, baby. This is me. Yep, born cool. This is my new Civic, and I love it. This is where I work. These are my tickets to the show of the decade. These are my friends. And this, I couldn't live without this. Oh, this is the girl I went out with last night. Hey.
Hey.
You gonna make it tonight? This is going to be awesome.
The all-new Civic EXL, the most technologically advanced Civic ever. Only from Honda.
Everyone in this family loves free stuff, like these earmuffs from the air show.
Did you tell about the free stuff?
Huh?
At Choice Hotels, 2 stays pays. Stay 2 separate times and earn a free $50 gift card for gas, dining, or shopping. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Have you ever partaken in a car insurance taste test before?
By taste?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Well, that's what we're doing today.
Oh.
Car Insurance X has been perfected over the last 75 years.
It's tasty.
Our second car insurance, they've not been around very long.
No good.
Oh, no good?
No good.
Okay. So you chose Geico over the other.
Whoever is this insurance is no good.
Okay, so you...
Hebrew National hot dogs are the best of the best of the best. They don't get any bester than this. OMG, it's kosher. With no fillers, byproducts, artificial flavors, or colors. Hebrew National, the better than a hot dog.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
At today's game, some lucky Cub fans were upgraded to field box seats, courtesy of the Illinois Lottery. Play the Chicago Cubs instant game for a chance at 2013 season tickets or a trip to this year's World Series. The Illinois Lottery, where anything's possible.
Sweet home Chicago.
2-1 White Sox. Paul Konerko with a 2-run homer in the first, hit by a pitch. The side of the face. Knocked his helmet off, and he had to leave the game in the third inning. And here's Brian LaHare leading off the Cubs' fourth, and that should be it. Both teams will be warned by Tim Timmons. So he did not hit LaHare. He threw behind him. Boy, I just don't like it. And look, I know Konerko got hit in the head. But usually retaliation pitches, Bob, guys are told not to throw high.
You know, I can't say guys never mind it, but between the shoulders and the knees. Even if you drill the guy, you're probably not going to do any damage other than put a runner on first base. But you get up there above the shoulders, even in retaliation, you're messing with a guy's livelihood, messing with his life. Well, hopefully that's the end of the shenanigans and we can just play some ball now.
Can I ask a practical question?
Oh, you can do anything you want.
As LaHare takes a walk, why didn't Umber throw at Samardzija? Do you have to throw it at your best hitter? I mean, what? Give me some of these unwritten rules here.
Well, I'm not an expert on unwritten rules, but you know, there's one school of thought is you throw it the first batter up after you feel like you've been offended.
And that was Samardzija in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, another one is you wait and go after the other team's comparable player to the guy that you had hit. Well, Brian LaHare has been the most productive Cubs hitter. He's our first baseman. I guess they decided they were going to retaliate by going after the guy who was comparable in the Cubs lineup.
All right, I have another question you probably can't answer. It was clearly on purpose. Why didn't Tim Timmons throw Umber out of the game?
Well, I think that is a throwback to the days when the umpires were in charge of the ball game, and they would, you know, allow teams to do what they felt was necessary to even the score.
Beckham makes the catch. Now there's the unwritten rule book.
Yeah.
Well,
It's also out on CD. Was it 60 minutes of silence? But
I mean, I'm not saying I have a problem with Timmons not throwing Umber out, but it just seems to be fairly arbitrary in terms of when guys are warned and when guys are thrown out.
Kind of like the strike zone. And safe and out on the bases.
Well, the one thing it does, it really doesn't allow Umber, and probably not even Samardzija at this point, to really pound that inside corner, because now if you hit somebody, it's probably going to be deemed intentional and you're going to get tossed. Two and 0 to Stewart.
I mean, it really puts a lot on the umpires, especially the home plate umpire, after the warnings are issued. The big part of any pitcher's game is the ability to command that inside part of the plate so you can get outs on the outer part of the plate. But now all of a sudden you better be really fine if you try to pitch to that inside corner. And when you try to be too fine on the inside part of the plate, that's when you make mistakes over the heart of the plate and they get hit real hard.
Way outside that time. Well, since Umber threw behind LaHare, he's had trouble commanding the strike zone here. He walked LaHare. He got Soriano to pop out, but now it's 3-1 on Stewart. Ball 4. Let's look at our AT&T Uverse replay of the game. Just a nasty beating as Paul Konerko just could not get out of the way of some sort of off-speed pitch. And we flash back to 2010. Carl Pavano of the Twins. A very similar situation. And Konerko that night did stay in the game. Got hit in the mouth that night. See what's possible with AT&T Uverse high-speed internet. AT&T, rethink possible. Two on, one out. Wellington Castillo lines one the other way. Foul. Excellent grab by a fan with a glove right behind the tarp. That's how you do it.
It's a good thing he was there to make that play, because that one came to eat. That was a screaming line drive. Head high into that front row, and that young man made a real nice catch.
Wide of third, it's foul. To pitch. What did that hit? I think the bat.
Yeah. That pitch really wasn't that far inside. Had a little tailing action on the fastball up and in, and Castillo kind of turned into it. Really just lost his footing. It wasn't that he got knocked down in the batter's box or anything. That ball had been fouled off, and then that right foot slips on home plate as he goes down.
got him. We're out number 2. Humber with his second strikeout. It's up to Darwin Barney.
Castillo's seen 5 pitches in this ball game from Philip Humber and has swung at all 5 of them. Now that one check swing, I don't know if you'd call that an actual swing, but it was a foul ball strike. I mentioned Humber appeared to be throwing a lot more fastballs than we're used to seeing from him in the early going, but he put a runner in scoring position here in the 4th. He's going to go back to his bread and butter, which is those 2 really good breaking pitches, the overhand curve and the hard slider.
Humber has bounced around in his career. There's another breaking ball, 1-1. 5 different organizations, the Mets, Twins, the Royals, the A's, and now the White Sox. Hometown is Carthage, Texas. It was the 3rd overall pick out of Rice, 2004, by the Mets. Led the Owls to the 2003 National Championship. Tossed a complete game 5-hitter in a win over Stanford. Clinched the College World Series. Humber was born in Texas in a town called, it's spelled Nacogdoches. I believe it's pronounced Natchitoches.
I'll take your word for it.
Ground ball toward right. Beckham will cut it off and just gets Barney. LeHair would have scored if Barney had been safe, but they got him. Inning over.
21st Century here with 2 identical, stolen cars. Luckily, the 2 cars that used to be here were both covered against theft. One through these guys, the other through 21st Century. So both cars can be replaced. But drivers who switch from Allstate to 21st save $577 a year. Call 888-422-1074 or visit 21st.com. 21st Century Insurance.
Dig it, 21st.
Shop online at Overstock.com and find everything you need for your family and your home at a fraction of the retail cost. Overstock.com has the brands you love at prices you can afford. Plus, your entire order ships for just $2.95 or less. Right now, it's easy to update your home with an extra 15% off all area rugs. Overstock.com, at home with the O.
I've always looked up to my brother. He doesn't look like a heart attack patient.
I was teaching a martial arts class, and it hit me.
We get to the emergency room, and then they just wheeled him away.
I had to come to that realization that, wow, I am having a heart attack. I can't punch this away. I'm on a Bayer aspirin regimen.
Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
I'm a fighter, and nowadays I don't have that fear.
Learn how to protect your heart at I Am Pro Heart on Facebook.
Neighbors! We shouldn't need a GPS to find the fertilizer. We should go to Ace, where we can zip in, find what we need, and zip out.
Our speedy-sized stores help get your weekend back at Ace.
Disaronno cocktail number 59. Crushed ice, Disaronno. Lemon squeezed. Sugar, Disaronno sour. Disaronno, be original.
The 5th inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank, member FDIC. Jake Peavy. A little animated right now. He'll pitch against Paul Mahalam on Sunday. Humber takes a strike. He's got his game day face on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kind of fancies himself an old school hardline ball player, and appeared to be barking out at Jeff Samardzija throughout the game since Konerko got hit. And AJ may have told him, hey, take it easy. You know, we're the guys out there playing right now. You'll get your chance on Sunday. Just take it easy.
Outside corner, strike 3. See Wrigley Field like you never have before. Go behind the scenes, get an insider's look at nearly 100 years of history in this legendary ballpark. Guided Wrigley Field tours may include visits to the press box, clubhouses, and dugouts, as well as a chance to actually step on the field. For more information and to purchase tickets, go to Cubs.com/tours. Tour sizes are limited and sell out fast, so get your tickets today. Paul Konerko is being evaluated further. The laceration on his face near his left eye, as De Aza with an awkward swing. Swing and a miss. He's out. 5 punch outs for Samardzija. A moment of silence before the game here at Wrigley Field in honor of Kevin Hickey, who passed away earlier this week, and the White Sox honoring him by hanging his jersey in their dugout. As Gordon Beckham lines to Alfonso Soriano. Hickey not only pitched for the Sox, but was a pregame instructor as well.
It's not just where you are, but where you want to be. And with smooth drinking Busch beer, the mountains are closer than you think.
We're gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain. Ain't never coming back.
Isn't it time to head for the mountains?
Can't you see? Can't you see?
Inspired by Tuscany's freshest and savoriest, Olive Garden brings you the taste of Tuscany, starting at $10.95. Try our new chicken with tortelloni or grilled sausage with orecchiette. Then choose 2 of 4 tasty Tuscan extras, like a bruschetta and our roasted asparagus. Enjoy it all, starting at just $10.95 for a limited time at Olive Garden. And now you can enter our sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Italy. To enter, visit olivegardensweeps.com.
Introducing new Dentyne Split to Fit Pack. It splits into 2 smaller, sleeker packs that fit almost anywhere, so you can take them everywhere. Dentyne Split to Fit. Practice safe breath.
My mother froze everything. I was 18 years old before I had my first fresh bun. The invention that I came up with is the Hot Dog Easy Bun Steamer. Steam is the key to a great hot dog. I knew it was going to be a success. The invention was so simple that I knew I needed to protect it. My name is Chris Chute, and I got my patent, trademark, and LLC on LegalZoom.
We created LegalZoom to start their business and launch their dreams. Go to LegalZoom today and make your business dream a reality. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
The 5th inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank, member FDIC.
Samardzija reached on an error in the 3rd inning. Philip Umber leading 2-1. And a chopper to 3rd. Escobar will get him. An interesting running conversation between Jake Peavy and A.J. Pierzynski. In the White Sox dugout, looks like Jake's doing all the talking.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a drama-free series this year, but I guess that's impossible.
Why don't we get Jake Peavy and Matt Garza to do an alternate broadcast when they don't pitch? Jake Peavy has made Matt Garza look sedated. And today actually does look pretty calm. He's normally up there